You know, our mission is very different.
I've promised everybody that I would come back, and that's kind of a promise that I can't really keep because I don't know what's going to go on.
A lot of women in my shoes have left the military because they couldn't leave their kids.
When you throw all the politics out the window and you're fighting, it's for your brother.
I just want to be the hero. My main concern is whether or not I'll still be me when I get back.
The best things in life are not supposed to be easy, I guess.
That takes up like half the bag.
The sooner they leave, the soldiers tell themselves, the sooner they'll come home. In between, they'll be gone for a year. Before leaving, they pack and repack their bags, squeezing in iPods and photo albums, along with body armor. Kyle Schultz is going to war for the first time.
I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what to look for. I've never been over there. So I think that in general is going to be the hardest part for me.
For others in the battalion, this is their third or fourth deployment to Iraq or Afghanistan.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm really looking forward to it. I mean, if it was up to me, I would not be going again. But, I mean, there's really not much I can do, so you might as well go with it.
These soldiers are from the 187 Infantry Regiment of the 10th Mountain Division. They're among the 30,000 men and women that make up the Afghanistan surge. In northern Afghanistan, they'll be responsible for a key part of President Obama's strategy for ending the war, training the Afghan police. During their year away, they'll leave behind sick parents and young children.
I asked for my husband, like when they make stuff in daycare, to like mail me those pictures, you know, the little sloppy ones, and people really don't know what it's supposed to be, but you know, they say, oh, it's an elephant and it looks like a just big blotch. I want to see what my children's hands touch, because I won't be able to touch them.
The days before leaving are filled with anticipation and anxiety. Some soldiers prepare by savoring the little things they know they'll miss, from Big Macs to drives in the countryside near Fort Drum in northern New York.
Deploying brings up a lot of weird and often conflicting emotions. Everything that you're familiar with as a civilian are going away. The TGI Fridays, the television, the internet, the cell phones, everything that you recognize as integral to life is about to be replaced by a persistent sense of danger.
In March and April, the soldiers of the 187 leave for Afghanistan in waves. For many, the hardest part comes a few hours before boarding the plane. After getting their rifles, they go to a drab building for one last hour or two with their families.
To say goodbye to my wife and my son was extremely difficult. I broke down in tears quite a few times. And it's just, I feel that I'm gonna miss a lot of good times with my son. I mean, he's an infant now, so I know I'm gonna miss him crawling. I know I'm gonna miss him walking. I'm gonna miss his first birthday party.
These soldiers are the children of lawyers and miners and fast food workers. Many of them can't wait to see combat. Others hope to avoid it.
No smoking aboard this aircraft. The seatbelt light sign is on right now. When the seatbelt light sign is on.
Just about all of them wonder, in one way or another, how the next year will change their lives.
My only personal concern with actually going there is the effect I've seen on people coming back. They come back different, and I really don't want to. I want to come back still Zach. I don't want to come back changed.
We're going to go that way. We have 2 living areas. Here and over here the tents. Okay? So I'll explain things as we go, and then we'll release you to your unit, okay? All right, so let's go.
As new groups of soldiers arrive, Sergeant Major Richard Mulryan gives them tours of the forward operating base, known as a FOB. He shows them the showers and chow hall and their sleeping quarters, air-conditioned tents for 24 soldiers. It's a microcosm of the surge itself, having grown from fewer than 200 soldiers to almost 800, with more on the way. In their early days on the base, they inventory equipment while they wait for more to arrive. They need physical training to prepare for days of walking with heavy armor and packs. But there's also time to kill.
I thought you had that in your hand too.
I can discard it.
The soldiers try to find ways to keep boredom and homesickness at bay. As the weeks wear on, some get stir-crazy.
Everyone wants to get out, go do something. We've basically done everything here on this fob that we could do to try to take up time. You can ask anybody else, things get old real quick.
But when they start going out on patrols, the initial excitement comes with new risks.
Things are starting to happen in Kunduz City. Everybody thought Kunduz City was safe. It's only been 2 days since a German vehicle and an AMP vehicle were both destroyed by IEDs.
As they prepare to leave the base for the first time, some soldiers imagine their first firefight.
I'm just hoping that I don't freeze up, or you don't want to kill somebody just for a stupid reason. You want to make sure that you're killing a guy that, not to say it in a harsh way, but like deserves to be killed. He's threatening your life, so you threaten his life.
But no shots are fired during the first few weeks of patrolling around Kunduz. All is quiet as the soldiers scout out the local terrain to find the safest routes and meet with police commanders to plan their training program. Communicating isn't easy. There are cultural differences. But the Afghans and Americans agree on at least one thing. The police need help to maintain peace.
The drive now is for us to get them as far down the line toward independence as we possibly can in a year. We want them to feel comfortable acting like police.
To achieve that mission, the Americans will live as much as possible with the police in their small fortified outposts. They start patrolling together every day, often on foot. With each new mission, they move deeper into the most contested parts of the province. Several weeks in, on one of those patrols, a gun truck hits a buried mine. The platoon is stranded for hours waiting for a road clearing team. The team looks for other bombs. They find almost a dozen. The soldiers dig up tripwires and start detonating mines. The worst injury is a dislocated shoulder, but it's their first real taste of war. They have 11 months to go.